Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Truth Carpet, hosted by your best friend duo, LoveLoudd LLC, which is me, Monie, and my bestie. Say your name, girl.
Yaskis, but y'all know me as Yaya. Hey y'all.
Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in your ear. We're ready to chill. We're ready to have a good time, have some good convo. So
Yeah.
thank y'all for tuning in, our wonderful and our great listeners, our supporters. We thank you for having y'all here. Period,
Yes.
point blank. As y'all can see, if y'all watching and not listening, we got on green today because when we're recording is actually the 17th. So we are themed out for Patties. Hey. Let us know if y'all also too, if you into wearing the green on the same panties. But green is my favorite color anyway, so I'll be wearing green all the time. I got
That's why I thought you told me to wear green because you wanted me to wear your favorite color. Then you was like, think about it, and I said, oh yeah, St. Patrick's Day.
yes, I don't pinch you.
Oh, I didn't know.
I
Well,
think this is the thing that we did as kids. Like if you didn't wear green on St. Patrick's Day, you got pinched. I
oh wow.
don't know if it's a real thing.
I'm glad I'm not getting pinched today. When I was later.
That's what I grew up understanding. Cause I used to be mad. Like we used to, cause growing up I wore uniform. There was no green in our uniform, so we just were like a green beret or something. I got on a green bracelet. I got on a green bracelet. You're not gonna pinch me.
Oh wow. The
I got
stuff
on green
that
socks. I got on green socks.
I
So
got green on my book bag.
right, but yes, that was the thing as children. I haven't encountered it as an adult, but it's still a funny thing to say.
That's funny. Yeah, it's like a punch buggy when you see one. Like things that kids come up with of a reason why I get to hit
Punch
you.
buggy. Oh my gosh, I do not miss that game. I do not miss
No,
that game at all, especially when I'm not paying attention. Punch and they be like punch buggy, no punch
no
back.
punch
Like
back.
I can't punch you back. I'll be ready to square up. Like now it's time to fight. Now it's time, but you
Especially
punched
when
me too
people take it
hard.
overboard. Exactly. When they take it overboard and they punch too hard, it's like, bro, you ain't had to punch that hard. You mad at me or something? Like,
Now I'm chasing you around the schoolyard because you're doing too much.
mhm, yep.
Dude, remind me when I tell my kids, keep your hands to yourself. I tell my kids all the time, keep your hands to yourself. Stop touching each other.
You about to
Because
get
somebody
this
gonna
punch
be playing
back.
around. Somebody gonna take it too far. Now you upset, and it's like y'all not friends no more. And then within 2 hours, now y'all
Y'all
kikiing
friends.
again. Baby ho, since the last epi, how have you been, boo boo?
I feel happy.
Come
And
on,
that wasn't
fly the cheese.
yes, I don't know, like I don't know what to give credit to it to. I feel like it's the sunshine. Like I haven't really spent so much time outside. Like some people are saying, "Oh, use your break to go outside, get some sun, or enjoy the time outside." Even if it's like me getting in my car and going to the next place, it still just feels nice. Or leaving work and it's still the sun is still outside. It just I just feel like, oh, thank you God for the radiation of the sun. I'm excited about that.
Yes, absolutely. Like spring is definitely it's coming. It's
It's
here. It's
here.
right around the corner. It's spring is springing, and I know it because I've been sneezing.
Oh
Okay,
my god. Yes, me too. Allergy pills
yo,
on
I'm
deck.
like, I need something a little stronger. The nasal spray is not enough. The nasal spray is not enough. It's not strong enough. Now I gotta give me a little something else to help me combat this spring. This spring coming in strong. She is kicking. Okay,
Oh
my
wow.
I can't take it. Luckily for
I
now, it's
like it.
just sneezing. I don't have like the watery eyes and the itchy throat, none of that. But seasonal allergies, I know when the season is changing because I start sneezing.
Oh wow.
It's like when
Dang.
somebody knows I can smell it's about to rain. It's sneezing. Up the season's about to. That's
Yep.
what it is for me. My
Yep.
body is the time clock for the seasons. Like spring's around the corner, she knocking. Here come that pollen. Here come
Mhm.
that pollen. So yes, but I am excited that it's the sun is out a little longer. You know, plants are starting to bud. I cannot wait until the tree outside of my window has a bunch of leaves on it again. I love watching it bud and grow. It's just like it's that renewal season,
Yeah.
that spring clean feel, out with the old, in with the new, just like refreshing, starting all over, being rejuvenated, especially with the sun being out. Vibes are a lot happier. Like you're saying, you're happy. I being able to be outside more. Like I can just feel the energy of other people that I'm around, and them being happy because the sun is out. Weather been a little warmer, just people outside,
Yeah.
having a good time and celebrating this nice weather. It's not going to be as cold. That depression season is over, so it's like everybody is like in a better mood. Even though I'm not, that when we lose that hour, it messed me up every time. I
Every
don't know
time.
what it is. I do not know what it is, but that my body be like, we need to stay sleep a little longer. It don't matter. Like even me going to sleep, like, oh, I'm gonna go sleep an hour earlier. I don't know what it is. My body be like, you ain't gonna trick me like that.
Yeah. It's a waste. And this year I wasn't prepared because typically, like you said, I'll say to myself, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep an hour or two earlier so that I'm ready. But I guess my body is still on that other pattern. So maybe we need a week to prepare to go to sleep earlier. But I just want them to get rid of this whole thing. Like, why do we need to?
Arizona. They said their clock don't change. Just move to
I
Arizona.
know, I know, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, just let's not just do this anymore. I don't know,
I would
but
just rather keep it like this. Like keep it so when the sun stays shining just a little bit longer. Even though when I get up earlier, the sun ain't out yet. I'll be up at dark 30, and I'm like, why is it so dark outside? But
so
I like that it stays.
you like the hour changes.
hmm I like that it stays light outside longer. That's the benefit of it. That's what I enjoy. Like coming home before it gets pitch black dark.
Yeah, I like that.
that I very much appreciate.
You
But
should just change the clock altogether.
I'm
I
telling
don't know how.
you, they don't
Um,
overstay. They ain't got to worry about changing their clocks.
nah, I need to stay over here and bring some changes over here.
But yeah, other than that, with the weather, with it being nice, I don't really don't have too much of an update or anything that's going on. I'm just really excited about this episode.
Me
We
too.
all themed out with the green on.
He loves green, y'all. If y'all didn't know,
Yeah, but this
if
episode
y'all,
got that green too.
I keep trying to pull up my shirt so they could see that I have a shirt on that's green. I feel like it's just two
See the
little two
straps.
straps. It's a whole shirt. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about this episode too. We have a really fantastic guest that I'm really excited. So that's why I said I'm happy because not just the theme, not just my feelings, but the theme of the episode is just y'all. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Let me just talk to you.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Let's just go ahead and, let me just go ahead and get into the rundown then. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, so like getting into it with the rundown for this episode, season 5, episode 3, Up in the Icebreaker. Yaya and I are going to be doing a this or that with edible snacks. Do you want this? You want that? Is it good? Is it bad? Which one do you want? But we're gonna do it with rapid speed. You ain't got time to think about it. We're just gonna let you know if we want this or we want that when it comes to the snacks. Then heading over into Sweet 223, Yaya is going to be giving us some poetry. We ain't heard from her in a minute, y'all. So we can't wait to hear her voice on the mic. Then heading on over into our hot topic segment, we have a special guest, the owner of Happy Buzz, Miss Sunshine Foss. Had a great conversation with her. Can't wait for y'all to tune into that conversation about just being an entrepreneur, finding out about CBD and the benefits of it, the wellness, and just learning about what her business is. Then heading on over into our dorm story segment. Since this is a green CBD THC episode, Yaya and I are going to be sharing some stories. So you might want to tune into that one so you can get the THC on our experience with being HIGH. Then on at the end, we're going to head over to the announcement segment, the community news, where there's always something for everyone. So make sure you tune in because there is going to be a sale, wink wink, that you are going to do not want to miss. Period.
Exclamation point.
Yes, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and jump into it so we can get to this icebreaker because I'm ready. I'm ready for these snacks.
Okay. We're now.
What?
Hey,
Come on, introduce the segment.
it's you taking a snack while I'm trying to introduce the segment.
We snacking, right? That's
Yes, girl.
snacks for
Munch, crunch, crunch. Get it. Moni is breaking the ice with her snack.
right. I was like, we snacking up in here today.
Just don't let the people hear you munching on the mic. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so we are now in our icebreaker segment where Moni and I are going to play a game of this or that. We can eat this or we're going to eat that because we're talking about edible treats, things that we can devour. So we're going to do 10 each, rapid pace. Moni, I'll start. Or do you want to start?
Start, girl.
Okay.
Let me wait. One more of my snacks.
Oh my God.
I need the energy.
Energy. All right. So again, I'm going to read two choices. You choose one of those choices. All right. Ready?
Ready.
Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Hot dog or hamburger?
Hamburger.
Reese's or Kit Kat?
Reese's.
White wine or red wine?
White wine.
Jerk or curry?
Jerk.
And
Right.
toasted. You're a jerk. Yeah, you're a jerk. But we're talking about jerk sauce or curry sauce. She said jerk sauce. Toasted croissant or toasted bread, like the flatbread?
Croissant, darling. Croissant.
Yes. Me too.
Here's one with the croissant.
Yes. Strawberries or blueberries?
Strawberries.
That's my best friend, y'all. Cookies or cake?
Cookie. Yeah. Dang, I said cookies already.
Yeah. Crabs or lobster?
Crab.
Everclear or Four Loko?
Oh my God, Four Loko.
Me too. I ain't trying to die.
You know what? If Four Loko not even what it used to be, we gotta talk about that on another episode though.
Yes. With our friends, we gotta bring them on to talk about our Four Loko adventures. Okay, yeah, you did pretty good. You did pretty good. All right.
Shit, nothing. My little options are boring, but whatever. It is what it is.
Okay.
Four Loko or Everclear. Anyway, we're gonna save them stories for a dorm story on another day. Okay. All right, here we go. You ready for mine?
Yes.
I was a little torn because I was like, should I be doing like types of snacks or brands? But whatever, it is what it is.
It's okay.
So here we go. All right. Gushers or fruit roll up?
Gushers.
Nutri-Grain bar or Nature Valley bar?
Nature is too dry. Give me the other one, the soft one I can bite into.
Oh, you know them Nature Valley bars?
It's gonna be all rough.
They make a mess. You cannot do that without crumbs everywhere. I wish
and
they
the roof of my mouth be all scarred.
Skittles or Starburst?
Dang. Skittles.
Brownies or cookies?
Oh, I love brownies.
Ice cream or icy?
Icy.
Doritos.
I don't want my stomach hurting.
I thought he was gonna choose ice cream. Doritos or Cheetos?
Doritos.
Sour Patch Kids or Warheads?
Sour Patch Kids.
Snickers or M&Ms?
Ooh, M&Ms.
Cheez-Its or Goldfish?
Cheez-Its or Goldfish? Cheez-Its.
Oreos or Chips Ahoy?
Oh, I love Oreos. And they're vegan too. I'm not vegan though, but
vegan Oreos? Or Oreos are vegan?
Oreos are vegan, yeah.
Yep. Well, go catch me here snacking on some
Eat
Oreos.
those in your last 2 weeks that you about to be vegan.
Right, I am. I'm going. Well, not vegan because I can't.
Oh, vegetarian.
Vegetarian for 2.
Okay.
It's cheese for me. Nothing for the cheese. I'm gonna try vegan. It's just that the cheese just don't be doing it for me.
It's a lot. Like for me, it's a lot because when I did vegan last year, this year I did vegetarian. I was like, I can't have this cracker. It got milk in it. Like it's so many different things that I thought like I could eat it, but you gotta be cognizant. You have to read the ingredients, and I'm like, bruh, this dry cracker got milk. It ain't even moist. Like, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I usually say vegetarian, only because I like to sprinkle my cheese on some things. But
yeah,
it is what it is. I'm gonna try my best, but I am, being cognizant of what I am putting into my body. Trying a little something out. I'll be juicing for 3 days to do a little detox, and then I'll be vegetarian for the rest of my trial. So remember I told you, I think it was the first episode, I was saying like my health is one of my top priorities this year. So I'm definitely trying something new. I usually do a juice detox 2 or 3 times a year. So this is the first one of the year. So
yes, girl.
It is, got to get this body right. How many days we got till summer?
I think it's probably 85 right now.
I don't know what I'm trying to
Well,
be.
by the time this episode comes out, probably 75. I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna be summertime fine, period, regardless. But I just want to be. I want that body a little right, a little tighter. You feel me?
It's all a mindset. But
Yeah.
I feel you. I hear you.
No, it's that discipline too. Because sometimes with the gym, I'll be like,
Yeah. But I
but
meant like our perspective of what it means to be summertime fine. It's
yeah.
all your personal mind.
Ooh, which
But
reminds me too,
I
it's
feel the
warm
same way.
up, so I can start doing my outside jogs again. That I'm excited about. I miss running outside. I can't do it when it's cold. I'm not one of the people that can run in the cold. But springtime is the perfect time to run for me. So that I'm super excited about too.
I would like that too. Like during the pandemic, my mom and I will walk around our city and get 7 miles. Well, sometimes it would be 3 miles if we didn't do as long, or we'll start off at 3, and then we started to like it. Then we do 5 or 7 miles, easy, just like to take your mind away from things. But my
Yeah.
legs and everything felt healthier. And then I like being in Brooklyn with you. Like, oh, I walk so much more here than I do at home because I do a lot of driving at home.
Yeah,
So
I'm like, girl, it's a 30-minute walk. First people would look at me and be like, 30-minute walk. I'm like, yeah, it's a 30-minute walk. Let's walk. I can get
yeah.
you 25. Just come on.
You just gotta have comfy shoes. And it's so much to take into, like, especially when it's nice outside, to look at I love the brownstones. I love the different art murals and everything that's around.
Yeah.
Look at remember that random man was singing at the grocery store? I forgot what he was singing, but you was like, go ahead now. He was like, it's just so much character in New York. So I enjoyed that. But yeah, that's a good idea. Go outside for some walks.
Yes, absolutely. But broke the ice. And now we're going to head on over into week 223.
Let's go. Hey y'all, we're now in our sweet 223 segment, which is Monie and I's poetry segment. This is my first time reciting for season 5, so I'm really excited. This poem that I'm going to share is chosen because of Moni's inspiration. So I chose this poem because I went to a poetry event yesterday, and one of the poets said that she doesn't name her poems. It's poem 1, poem 2, poem 3, which reminded me of Moni, of the poems that she wrote when she was in high school, which led me to go through my papers of poems yesterday and choose a poem that's untitled that I just like. I forget that I have this stuff here. So I want to share this poem. Here we go. It's untitled. It's not called Untitled, y'all.
There is a
But
poem we do have called Untitled, though. That's in the book one.
yes, but this one is a poem from Yaya's stash. Here we go.
Ooh, I like, wait, sorry, you said stash. It kind of went with the episode. But anyway.
Buddy, buddy. All right, here we go. I can't. All right, here we go for real, y'all. I need some CBD to focus. All right.
You got it, girl. You got it. Take your time, baby. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. I can't help but get excited each time I hear that vibration of my phone prancing against the table, getting notifications despite my notifications being disabled. Because you are my favorite. You were set as my favorite. I typically get sweet messages and the cutest emojis faces, but seeing your name, those 12 letters, was reason to speed up the beat of my heart's pace. And yet, when my phone lights up this time, my screen fails to show your face. It's been 7 whole days since I've heard your voice, 420 hours since I forced you to make a choice to pick me. I was a pick me. Despite your hesitation, due to my anxiety and me not wanting to wait and my ignorance, to hear what you declared since this all began, you wanted nothing more than just to be genuine friends, and in the end, that's what you got. And it's been 7 whole days since I refused to fill that slot.
Ooh. It's fun.
Yeah, I have like this manila folder of like all the poems that I be keeping on paper. and I was nervous to read it because like it look all this how it look, y'all.
Baby, I've been crossing it out. No, I want that like this. I love
Yeah,
it. That was really good. Over here hiding poems.
right. Stashing poems. But yeah, that's my poem. I hope you guys and gals and everybody liked it.
Well, I really enjoyed it because when you ended it, it made me think of Tony Braxton, 7 whole days. Like that's 7 whole days. And I just like, just that it gave me the feeling of how that anticipation of like wanting to hear from somebody and being excited, but then also going through that process of
Mhm.
like letting go and just I want to hear from you, but I also have to get used to not hearing from you anymore.
So
I'm used to
fine.
having you around. Now I have to get used to being alone by myself with these thoughts because what I thought was one thing is not. And now I have to deal with, my emotions. Even though I may want to talk to you about them, I need to start to distance myself. But
Yeah.
I miss that connection. I miss it. I miss that excitement of talking to you on the phone or checking my phone to see if I got a message from you. Like the the excitement in me, the little girl in me,
Yes.
my little crush, like just waiting to get that phone call or that text message, and then like coming to the realization of the reality of like, girl, that's it. That ain't happening no more.
Mhm.
No more.
Yeah. It's funny when I read it because I'm like, who did I write this poem about? And it's so fitting to a lot of people that I dealt with. I'm like, who got 12 letters? But I know that the poet, like I have a 4+8 on the side. So I'm like, was the first name 4 letters and the last name 8? Like I'm trying to figure it out. But like that really doesn't matter because it fits into so many experiences that I've had. In there, the pick me only said one, like was said once, but I added today. I was a pick me because I do know, and the journey of dating before recent years, I've always wanted to get chosen, even if it wasn't the person that I know I wanted to be with. There's something just so fulfilling of this person likes me, this person wants to be with me, and whether I know that that person is right for me or not, it still hurts when they choose another person.
Yeah.
And like the process, like you said, of first the process of getting used to that person contacting you, building a some kind of connection with that person. It takes a while to build up, and then some excitement grows. And I did like experience, like I remember when Gary used to text me, and I had like the blue little light for him when he would call me, and then whenever the light wasn't blue, I would like, why this person text me? I wanted I wanted to be him. Yeah, and then when that like Gary, like whoever whoever the situation was, or whoever the boyfriend or partner was, when that person isn't hitting you up anymore, it's like you exactly like you said, you got to get used to not hearing from that person, or you got to overcome not being chosen and look at the positives of not being chosen by that person. Did you really want them to choose you anyway? So, but whether if you wanted them to choose you or not, it's still valid that that junk still hurts, kind of, to not be chosen.
Absolutely, because even within that process of like letting go, there's always that. I know I'm not the only one. Like that process of like, well, let's just try to be friends. Let's just go through this process of like, we're not. Let's just hang out. I miss you. We can still spend time together. Doing yourself a disservice of still
Yeah,
hanging out with someone that you want more with, knowing for a fact that you don't want to be friends, but you're being hopeful that what you gonna change his mind.
yeah,
like like no, don't do that to yourself. If you're gonna move on fully. Be 100% in with the decision to just let it go. I mean, if somewhere in the near future, like down the line, but I feel like immediately it makes it hard. Like maybe after some time goes by and you reconnect with the person, that's different. But to immediately be like, oh well, we're not gonna be together anymore, but let's just hang out and be friends. No.
yeah.
No, no, thank you.
Yeah, I think also to add to that, and this is not our hot topic, guys, but to add to it, I know sometimes it's just hard to sever everything. So I think some people think that that friendship title is putting a band-aid. Like I'm not totally losing out on this thing, but I think what you're right. In my experiences, it's just best to cut the ties, breathe through the situation, heal all the wounds and move forward. And it also gives fresh perspective too. Like I've been in that situation with an ex before, and I'm like, do I really want to break up with you? And I know that I don't need to be with you because of the things that we went through. It's like this is not what I want, but I'm scared to lose too because I don't know what it's like anymore to not have you. Like I was not starting fresh, meaning dating, but starting fresh, not having you in my life. Like, what do I do to fill that space that you fulfilled? Like another person is a whole different experience. So it's kind of like a bereavement journey, whether it's like starting somebody fresh, like off the gate, y'all were just talking, getting to know each other, or starting like a whole different 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 20-year relationship over. It's just all something. But I know y'all can relate, when your phone vibrates and your heart
Great.
makes
You
you
want to
get excited.
do a little shaking.
Yes. But yeah, that's it for my poem. Thank you for listening.
All right. So now we can head on over head over into
Hot
what.
topics.
Yes, I love when you sing that little jingle every time.
Hey y'all, we are now in our hot topic segment, which is the calf for our podcast. And Moni and I are so excited to have this businesswoman on our podcast. Moni has told me about one of her ventures. She's been to one of her shops before, but we're gonna get into this episode with the questions that we have because I really don't know anything about this topic at all. So it may be a little bit funny. Moni knows a little bit, but I'm just excited to have Miss Sunshine of Happy Buds on our podcast today. How are you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you for having me, guys.
Of course.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Excited to have you.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, I'm happy I'm part of Hot Topics too, because that's a nice little one.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna
Yes.
be here keeping it hot, keeping it lit. Okay.
Yep.
Literally.
I love
So
it. Love it.
so for the people who are listening, can you introduce yourself? I love your name, by the way, Sunshine. That's a cute name.
You.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. So I'm Sunshine. I'm the owner of Happy Cork, which is our wine and spirit store, which was started in 2019. And then now we have recently launched Happy Buds, which is where I'm sitting in today, which is a CBD and wellness cannabis experience, both located in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. But I can definitely say I'm kind of like a serial entrepreneur at this point. But yeah, that's a little bit about me and where we are now.
Yes, that's exciting. I want to explore both of your stores.
You should, as you
Yeah.
should.
Definitely have. I first discovered Happy Cork because I was looking for black
Black
wine.
one.
I was
Yeah,
looking for black wines, and I came across you have Black Girl Magic wines, which I
yeah.
didn't know was even in New York because I'm from California. And then I can't remember. I think I started following Happy Cork, and then I saw I had a page for Happy Buzz. I'm like, well, let me go ahead and support and follow that too. So every time I go get my nails done, I make sure I walk down Malcolm X and make sure I stop by Happy Buzz and give me a.
Thank you, boo. Thank you.
So make sure y'all support and stop by.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So you have two businesses that you mentioned, Happy Cork and Happy Buzz. I love the happiness and the sunshine that you bring. What
Thank you.
inspired you to start your business?
So with Happy Cork, which was, I think a lot of people go into the world of wine and spirits as like this is kind of their dream. This is what they're, set out to do in life. For me, it just was kind of like happenstance. It happened by chance.
Oh.
So I started out in the world of design, fashion design, clothing, apparel design, and then went into home textile design. And then from there went into real estate. So with real estate, my husband and I purchased the building in 2016, which there was a liquor store there at the time. However, they left because they weren't paying. But they left. This is New York. And so we tried to rent the space out. And then 2 years in, I'm like, all right, if it's not rented by the end of 2018, I got to do something. So it wasn't rented by the end of 2018. So we're kind of like on a little side street. There is like barely any foot traffic at that time.
Mm.
So I think everybody that came was kind of like, oh, I don't know if this is for me. There's no way to bring, customers in. So, but then with a liquor store already being there, I'm like, okay, maybe that could be it. And then at the end of 2018, that was it, because I was like, all right, it's not rented. I got to do something. And so that started the journey with Happy Cork. But again, with Happy Cork, it was more so along the lines of I knew I wanted to build something that was going to be unique, something that was going to be beautiful for the community, something that was going to be where you can come in and touch the bottles. Most of the liquor stores at that time were literally you walk in, bulletproof glass. You can't, there's not a nice selection of wine and spirits. So I knew I wanted to create some goodness for our community. We are in a very urban community where we are surrounded by literally a couple of residential buildings and everything else is more so commercial. So I knew we needed something that was going to kind of set us apart. And there started the venture of acquiring now what is the largest assortment of Black owned wines and spirits in the country.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. And then 2 years ago, we started Happy Buds, which I think Happy Buds was probably my dream. that was definitely my dream. It came up in my mind a few times. But once like CBD and hemp became legal in New York, I knew, okay, I had to go full swing ahead with it.
Beautiful. Come on, talk about timing.
Yep,
Yes.
exactly.
Probably bringing the dream to life.
Yep.
Yes. And I love how Monie said earlier that Happy Corks, when she experienced it, she literally texted me while she was leaving, like, oh my God, I found this Black owned wine. It's just like she was just really excited about going to your store. So I get the aura is, Black pride, feeling just energy, like as
Yes.
opposed to going to like the corner store or any rinky dink liquor store. Yours has a specific vibe that I caught through Monie's text message. So
Yes, for sure. The experience I think is like no other. You come in, it smells really good. We have products from local artisans. So we have from like Ask on Your Chocolate from Haiti, or we
Ooh.
have Brooklyn Tea, which we have like a beautiful collection of the teas, from your local candles from Avala to Ancestral Whisper, which is why the store always smells good, because it's one of like our like we not only carry it in Happy Cork, but we also carry it in Happy Buds, which was created by an amazing woman right here in Bed-Stuy. She actually started with us. So we were kind of like her first retailer to carry the product. So it's available both in Cork and in Buds. But once you come in and you smell the Ancestral Whisper and then you see everything around you, it's an experience I think like no other. It's almost like a museum of sorts because of the fact that it's kind of like all of these beautiful Black owned bottles and all of the product that's surrounding you. I think it's we're small, but we're still an experience.
Yeah, I love how you put the term museum on it, because I've definitely just walked in and just been amazed at like all the different, like, this is Black owned too. Well, I've never heard of this before. This Black owned too. Wow,
Yep.
that's amazing. And just being just engulfed in the energy in the space and just seeing everything that's Black owned in the space. So Black owned, woman owned, supporting other Black owned, woman owned businesses.
Absolutely. We definitely have an emphasis on women owned brands, because for me, I think it was when I started in the industry and like going to different spaces, and I'm like, what are your women owned winemaker brands, or any women winemakers that you can like say that you love, that you can. And I think a lot of people looked at me like, what? But I know that some of these wines are made by the most amazing winemakers, and they happen to be women. So for me, it was just like, why is this not represented in a bigger way? So it definitely carries through in our space.
Yes. Well, thanks for shining the light on the women, Black women, and also putting emphasis on that, because you sold me. If there's no more conversation, I am looking forward to crossing that bridge to Brooklyn and just taking
Yes,
in the experience. Because, like I said, it doesn't sound like an ordinary CBD shop or wine shop. It's just a whole, like, I can get tea if I don't drink wine. I can get
exactly.
incense if I don't want the CBD. It's something for everybody, it seems.
We have the cutest like little tchotchkes and buds from like, and a lot of it, again, there's a huge emphasis on women owned brands. So you will come in and find like honey made from like Sweets, which is a woman owned brand, that it's like infused honey, to like your teas, same sort of wellness situation that you have at Cork coming into buds.
I love that. I love that. So, I know a little bit about wine, but I know nothing about what THC is, what CBD is. Like if I see somebody with something to their mouth and or eating something, I'm just gonna be like, weed, it's weed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So can you describe the difference of those two or what your products are? Like I'm a fifth grader.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with Happy Buds, we have everything from beauty products to drinks in the fridge to little items to smoke out of. We have a ton of edibles, flour, and flour can be all types of flour. So, but the flour that we do carry, so there's a huge difference between, I think there's a not there not I think, but there is a stigma against weed, right?
Yes.
So what we're trying to do is kind of erase that stigma and really say this is full on plant magic, which it is. It really truly is plant magic. We firmly stand behind this plant, but what the plant is, so this is a cannabis plant, but within that cannabis plant you have almost 137 different components that make up this plant, from your CBD, which I like to explain to people. CBD is kind of your body high. So it's not going to make you feel high in the head. You're not going to be like, it's not a psychedelic or psychotropic. It's really about your body feel. So that's why CBD is great for anxiety, stress, pain, inflammation. And then you have THC, which that is your head high. So that's when you're like, oh, people are smoking weed. They might not be smoking weed because it smells exactly the same.
Okay.
But at the same time, it is that THC is going to give you that head high, that psychotropic feel. You're gonna feel it through your body, but you're mostly gonna feel it in your head. So like some people that have anxiety, I would suggest don't do THC, do more on your CBD side.
Okay.
It's really about knowing your strain, and it's knowing what works for you. But like again, this beautiful cannabis plant has over 137 components on it. So you're talking about something like CBG. CBG is another component similar to CBD, but what CBG does, it really is for like pain relief, for sleep. CBN is another one that's great for sleep. But again, I think it's really taking the stigma away and trying to understand how great this plant can be just by, you don't have to, there's so many different ways to ingest it that you will feel the benefits from. I mean, we have people coming in here that suffer from lack of sleep, and they're coming back now. Oh my gosh, you've helped me. I'm sleeping. I don't know how to do it without you guys. So it's definitely a beautiful thing to see that we're exploring this plant, which has been an amazing plant over the many years it has been on this earth for existence, but we're now figuring out how, and well, not how, but we're making it legal now. So now it's people can explore it in a better way.
Yes, absolutely. And
If I
someone that does have anxiety, that's why I was like, I used to be an avid weed smoker, THC full blown. It used to calm me. It used
Yep.
to have the effects of what some people expect of, like, just releasing my anxiety. But after over years, over time, it started to increase my anxiety and put me into my thoughts, and I was like, what is going on? So it took me a while to wean myself off of it. But then when I found out about CBD, at first I was a little nervous because I
Yep.
was like, is it weed? Is it not? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Is it fake weed? Like, what do you mean it has no THC? How they take that out?
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, and the thing is with CBD, because it's on the same cannabis plant, there will be remnants of THC. It's kind of like you're taking off the stems off of a broccoli tree. You're gonna get the remnants of the actual stem, right? But it's in such low dosage that it doesn't affect you the same way. And it might not have even been the THC that gave you like the feel that you were not wanting anymore, but it could have just been even just the strain, the type of THC. And I think having a lot of people understand that there's such a difference in how you intake it and what you take in, that it can make such a difference. Like, I know I might be more of a hybrid smoker, or I might take hybrids instead of sativas, because maybe the sativa is going to give me a different, but again, everyone is different and everybody just needs to figure out what would work for them and what and how they want to ingest it too.
Yeah, absolutely. So highly recommend for my folks with anxiety.
Yes.
Give it a shot. I was like, what they say, don't yuck my yum, don't knock it till you try it.
Don't
And
knock it till you try it.
knock it till you try it. Because even if you don't smoke it, there's edibles.
There's edibles, we have popcorn, we have
Oh,
tinctures, we have from sugar to honey to olive oil
And
to
drinks.
and drinks and all of the in between. So if you don't smoke it, we have other options for you as well.
wow. If I've never been sold before, you just sold me. You just like it's so much education. This is really good information. I appreciate this.
This is why we're here also, because it really is about educating community. You know,
Mhm.
I think for so long we've kind of known, like, or not known, but we've kind of been told that weed is such a bad thing, it's a bad drug, it's a gateway drug, and now they're like, no, it's not a gateway drug. But also too, like, now I think people are figuring out what works and how they can actually make the plant work for them. And so
Mhm.
we're seeing so many like new innovative things happening that you can't help but like get curious and try to explore.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So speaking of exploration, as a person who's not knowledgeable of this at all, I'm learning now.
Yeah.
You mentioned sleep. What are some other benefit factors? I'm assuming anxiety because you said if you are an anxious person, then you want to try CBD, not THC. So, because I'm the way you were speaking, I'm like, oh, it's a natural pharmacist. Like I would rather try that than medication.
Yep.
So, what are some benefits? Why should somebody try CBD?
I mean, you have so many different benefits from it. From anxiety relief, that's one. That's a huge one for us because we have so many people, like especially in our community, that come in, and it's kind of like been, I want to say, a little bit forbidden to kind of discuss like your problems you're having at home, where you come
Mhm.
into Happy Buds or Cork, both of them. But you come into Buds, and we really are your bud tenders. We are pharmacists. We can get you feeling okay. I mean, we're not doctors, we're not certified doctors, but we are here to be able to help community. So you have different things from, we spoke about your anxiety and your stress. So
Mhm.
you have even daytime things that you can take for that. Or you have nighttime stresses uh, that couple with insomnia. We have again CBD, but maybe coupled with something else. It will totally help. Well, we have it with melatonin, and we're super plant based. So everything is not just about like the cannabis plant. We have herbal blends that we know that work for sleep, whereas it's like a blend of a lavender mixed with something else that we we stand behind because that helps with sleep and coupled with something else.
Mhm.
So we're kind of like a one-stop shop of everything herbal, and I would definitely recommend trying a more herbal path as opposed to the medication side.
Mhm.
Because again, what can happen? It fails and you don't, but you're not stuck with like lifelong side effects. You know, you're not stuck with side effects, period. Maybe the munchies and you'll be hungry, but you're not stuck with like having to deal with all of these things that come with your traditional like Western medicine.
Monie, I see you smiling.
Because I can relate. Because I've just used different types of CBD products just to give myself an idea of like what works best for me, especially when I was transitioning into trying CBD. So even like just edible, taking a different effect than it does actually smoking a
Yeah.
product. Just makes your body feel completely different, and it just takes a different toll on the body. Because when it comes to my sleep, or when it even comes to like needing to focus, I've learned that there's different
Yes.
types of CBD that helps with like needing to also focus and just keep your attention on a certain type of thing. I've needed that too. So I've definitely done my own personal research in regards to what type works for me. So as I'm listening, I'm like, yes,
Yep. Yeah.
yes. And I know other people that have done the same thing as me, or have even had a similar experience in regards to just trying out to see what works. Because I don't want to inhale, but an edible, I can do an edible all day, or just preferring to just drink something that I can put down and come back to, and then drink a little bit more later. So yeah.
And then even for us, again, I'm like, we're super plant-based. We have everything from your herbal blends, but we also are firm believers in adaptogens, which is mushroom. And not the psychotropic type. We are fans of that also, but the mushrooms, like your adaptogens, that are great for, I would say, a similar effect in terms of what qualities it has when it comes to like a tie back between like cannabis and like your mushroom situation. So for instance, like we have adaptogens that are great for focus. Mushrooms are amazing for focus, and the reason why I brought it up is because you mentioned focus, and that's another big thing for our community, is being able to kind of like want to focus and not have to be put on like Adderall and trying to figure out like, I can take a little gummy in the morning and it will have me focused, but not make me jittery, not make me, we have coffees that people love the taste of coffees, but they're adaptogenic coffees, so you don't get the jittery side effects of your coffee, but you do get the taste and the feel of your coffee.
I love that.
Mushroom coffee?
Yeah, we have mushroom coffee.
Coming back.
You have to. We have mushroom coffee. We have cannabis coffee. Well, it's more so on your CBD hemp side, but yeah, we have all of the above.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of ads about mushroom coffee and like the effects of it, but y'all got it, so why not just
We got it. We got it. We've had it for, from the time we opened, it's been something at the forefront, because I'm a firm believer in mushrooms and the effects of mushrooms and what it does for us, and Western medicine, how it compares to that. So it's here to stay. We got it.
So I get earlier when you shared that Happy Cork and Happy Buds is like a museum coming in. So I can only imagine what the buyer's experience is like. So I kind of want to twist the question that I originally had. In my experience in going in, I'll say bud stores, I don't know what to call it. I feel lost. I feel like I'm going in there and I feel like the assumption of the person behind the counter is that I know what I'm looking for. And then questions that are asked of me, like I went to the store for one of our friends to pick up, I don't even remember what she asked me. And I just showed the text message to the person because I don't know what I'm doing. And the questions that they're asking, I don't know. So for a new consumer, what how would you describe their experience, or how would you make the experience comfortable for me so I don't feel lost in your store?
So for us, I think the customer experience is at the forefront, and that's both with Buds and with Cork. And we learned that from the gate with Cork. It is about community. It's about the customer experience. So we never want you to feel like you don't know what you're talking about, or two, that you just have it all covered. We're here to actually help you, right? And we want to make sure that that experience is going to make you come back. So from the time you walk in, we can walk you through the entire store, from what's good, what works, what all the different sections, have you explore. There's no question that's too dumb. We ask you, we engage with you, so that you know that you can ask us whatever. So many times we'll see somebody looking lost, where they're like just looking, and we'll be like, oh my gosh, you need help, let me da, 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 da. And they're like, actually, no, I've been here, I love this space, I'm just looking. Okay. But at the same time, you have customers that come in that have no clue. We have a huge older community that, I'm talking about the old ladies talking about, I'm not supposed to be doing weed, guys, but I'm in here because Mabel down the block told me I need to come and check on my knees up in here.
Mabel.
And no lie, we will walk them through, because again, this plant has been so stigmatized for so long that it's kind of like you're afraid to ask any of these questions, or you're like, oh, maybe this person doesn't know. But we're like, ask us away, because we want to make sure that your experience is a great one. You're going to come back, you're going to shop, you're going to tell your friends. The thing is actually going to work for you. That's another thing
Yes.
too. This is all new for a lot of the community, but it's not new for us working in the store because we use a lot of the products. I try to test everything before it comes into the store, both with cork and with buds, so that it actually works. I had my mom as my test dummy for a minute, and she's like, weed? I'm never doing weed. Now she's like, what else do you have for me to test? Okay.
I love that.
So you come in, and we'll give you that experience to know that you can leave here. You might know, like to this day, we have, at with Cork, we have like a lot of brands that a lot of people don't know about. And so I tell people all the time, my funniest story was, there was this guy who came in, and he was like, I want Hennessy. And we're like, no, but we have Uncle Nearest, which is the slave that created the formula for Jack Daniels, blah, blah,
Yes,
blah.
come through.
We gave him the whole speech. And then he was like, oh, I didn't know. He bought his bottle, and he was just like, oh, this place, da 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 da, and then left. And then like a few weeks later, came back to the store, and I'm explaining to a customer about Uncle Nearest. And he goes, oh, nigga, you don't know Uncle Nearest? And I was like, now you teaching. Okay, now you teaching community. And he went and gave, Uncle Nearest's story went from the real deal to what he explained,
Yeah,
but
Right.
he explained his way.
I love that.
Educated, passing on the education.
Okay. That story was absolutely butchered when it came time to be told, but it worked. And he had that customer say, you know what, I'm going to buy this guy's stuff, the slave
Hmm.
stuff. That's what he said. He loved saying he got the slave stuff. Okay.
Yes.
That is amazing. That is amazing, especially when you're able to change someone's perspective and their outlook on something, and now they're able to like pass that on to somebody else.
Exactly.
That's what community is. That's what it's all about. So the fact
We're
Yes.
here for like that educational side. Is we pride ourselves on that. We do a lot of outreach with community. So we do like at Buds, well, both spaces, but at Buds we do like yoga and guided
Woo!
breath work and sound bowls, and it's really about engaging with the community to say, okay, you can come in and experience this wellness journey with us. We'll
Yes.
take you on a ride. You leave here feeling like you on a ride, but it's definitely a good ride to be on.
yeah.
I want to experience this.
Yes.
I do.
As a customer, I have walked in, like the customer service is amazing. Everyone is so kind and willing to help. I've never had an experience of anybody being rude. I've been in there probably done with my shopping. I'm still in there having conversations. Maybe
I love
We
that.
talk about that all the time. We talk about that all the time because, no lie, there are so many people that have come in and stayed over 2 hours chatting with each other, and then they become like besties after.
Aw.
It's like the funniest, but it really is a warm, welcoming space that it makes you want to stay, and it makes you want to befriend everybody that's in here.
Yes.
really nice.
Well, I am a huge Beyonce fan, and all in my mind right now, I'm just like sacred, 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 because they have this product, right? And everyone was bashing it and saying, well, why is Beyonce coming out with this line? But the education behind every product that they're giving and how they properly treat your hair and everything like that. In my mind right now, I'm like, this is the sacred for wine and bud. It's like, I love this.
Trying. I love Beyonce too. Beyonce is my queen.
Yes.
I'll take that compliment all
Yes.
day, every day.
Yes, take it in. So, one last question that I have is, some people may be listening and inspired by your journey. So, is there some insight that you can share with people who may inspire to have be on an entrepreneurial journey, or maybe scared to start it?
I think the one piece of advice that I would give is to go after something. I'm not a real scared person, as you can tell. I'm like, let's do this. And then
Yeah.
maybe I might think later. But I think for the most part, it's definitely go for it. Do something that you know you're gonna put your all into and do it right. There's nothing like half-assing something and then you have to do it all over again because you should have done it right the first time. So I do believe, and of course everybody fails, but fail fast and recover quick. And again, don't be afraid if you are failing to actually just fail and then start over. But I do think going into the world of entrepreneurship is not an easy one. I think a lot of people see it I think there's a lot of credit that needs to be given to entrepreneurs around the world, because it's definitely not an easy feat. It's something that is, you take time away from family, you take time away from yourself, you're nurturing a baby, a newborn, pretty much. So just know that whatever you're going for has to be the thing that you're going to work at. But on top of that, I think research. Know your market, stay true to your vision, and kind of just figure out if that is something that you can see working and that you want to work at. I think that's it.
I have nothing to add to that.
Quick.
Yes.
I love that.
Don't stay down too long.
Don't stay down. Don't stay down. You already know you fell. You fell. We know it. Everybody saw it. You saw it. You saw you were going to fall. Figure it out. Figure it out. Get up. Every day I fail. I fail every day. Every day I probably drop the ball on so many different things, but it's figuring out how to get out of that as quickly as possible, because you're not sitting in your rut. Just like get out of it.
Yes.
Absolutely. Don't sit in it.
I love your overall journey that you share with us. You just basically fell into this business. You design in all aspects, a realtor, and then you're like, well, no one's buying it, so I'll buy it myself. I'll take care of my own property. And then now look at me now.
Yeah.
It's really, really great. And I love the part where you shared that you all host yoga events and different events in your place too. So I would really love to go experience that with my bestie. I'm coming with a bestie.
You have to.
To experience just the whole museum that you have and get educated too.
You have to. It's a beautiful experience. We're having a huge 420 event on 420, of course, Buds, which is a dope event, because literally a dope event.
Literally, right?
But it's an amazing event because we have a backyard space. You get to explore the entire space. We have brands and vendors that are like, some of our top brands are coming to actually have product and give away and try product. And so it's definitely a nice way to kind of experience the world of cannabis for somebody that has never experienced it. I've had people come in for our 420 events that they're just like, they tried to go home and duplicate the experience because they felt so good that day. They were like, what did you give me? And it was like, it's the experience. You come in, you do a wake and bake where you do yoga. Everybody does high yoga, whether or not you smoke or you do edibles or whatever it is. And then we do a beautiful yoga session in the backyard. We have like 3 yoga sessions in the morning. And then we have like a mixology event that we're doing with one of our brands who does honeys. So we're infusing the honeys into beautiful cocktails. So it's a real experience for the day that you're just like, there's levels to it. But it's definitely something that is going to be fun, exciting, and it's going to be an experience for sure.
Well, it's on my calendar. Y'all need to add it to y'all calendar.
Yes.
Because it sounds like it's going to be dope.
It's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. We've had nothing but just absolute, like, I mean, and then it turns in, we have a DJ, so it turns into like a little party in the end.
Yes, party.
Whole vibe. And it's a whole speakeasy downstairs, so you can like, people are smoking downstairs. It's throughout the whole
lounge.
It's a whole speakeasy. Well, we call it our smokeasy, but like it's a whole little speakeasy session. It's nice. It's a really, really cool situation.
Yes. See, yeah. I've been telling you. Now you officially have been convinced.
Yes.
Yes.
If my mama is sold, you're sold.
Yes. I'm so excited. I'm excited to tell people that I know who live in Brooklyn. Like I said, I live in Jersey.
Yes.
But I'm excited to cross over that bridge for another reason aside from Monie. To go shopping and get some education. Like I said, experience your museum. I don't have any more questions. Monie, do you have any further questions?
I don't, but before we let you go, we most definitely, Miss Sunshine, you should let the people know. We've been saying it throughout the whole episode.
Yeah.
But let the people know where they can find you exactly, social media, websites, all that good stuff.
So with Happy Cork, we are on social media at Happy Cork Brooklyn, Brooklyn spelled out. We also launched our new tasting space, which is on the second floor of Happy Cork, which is great for private events, but also too, we host a bunch of wine tastings. We're going to start doing a weekly wine tasting in there as well. So you can bring your crew and have a cute little tasting, food and all that good stuff. And then we are online at www.happy-cork.com. And you can deliver, you can get shipping. We ship to you, girl. We can ship to you, Yaya, in Jersey. Yes. So you don't feel left out. But
Yes.
we ship to 31 different states around the country. So it's definitely something to check out, even if you're not in New York. But definitely follow us on Instagram. And then with Happy Buds, we're also on Instagram at Happy Buds Brooklyn, Brooklyn spelled out. And then we're also online at happybudsbk.com. And we ship and deliver.
Yes. I love this. Yes. I can't wait. I'm excited.
In New York, y'all can still go online.
Absolutely.
See what they got to get it shipped to you. Come on, support.
Absolutely.
Support. Also, please, Women's History Month. Y'all better support during the month of March. What you doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. And then Black History Month is over, but it's never over for us because we
Black History
celebrate every single month.
Yes.
All right, 365, 24/7.
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to some vibes, some wine, some CBD,
You gotta come
some time, yoga, some DJing, everything. Party. Yes, let's go. I'm excited. Let's go. We gotta plan this one. We going.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Like,
thank you. Thank you guys for having me and listening to our story.
It was a pleasure. I kept going to your business and I was like, girl, we have to get her on the podcast.
Yes.
You know, especially being all about community, and being an entrepreneur. Had to have you on, but definitely glad to know about you and your business and your entrepreneurial journey. Great.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Can't wait to connect in person.
Yes.
We will, though, because you're coming to the 420 vibes.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll all be in the building.
Yes.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? In today's dorm story segment, Yaya and I are going to be telling some high-ass stories from our past or present. I don't know. It depends on which story I know about, taking a little puff pass or eating a little edible. I'm gonna let Yaya go first because I'm interested to know which story you gonna tell.
Oh my God. All right. So every day. Not every day.
I was gonna go to work, but then I got ooh.
Oh my God, Monie. Okay, so my story, I know, I remember it. I remember that song. My stories are kind of blended. Like I know the start of some of them, but some of them are kind of blended. So I want to tell the story of when we went to the grand opening of Slutty Vegan. So what had happened was, dang, but do I want to tell that one or the other one? Oh my God. All right, so I don't. Huh?
Start with one, and you back and can segue into the other one.
All right, so what had happened? Well, in general, I'm not about this life. Like I said during the hot topic segment, I don't know this life. I just trust the people who I'm with. But this one instance, like, okay, so if like my ex will say, "Oh, just take this much," or Moni will say, "Take that much," I would typically listen. No, this instance, I thought I'm some months in of trying this or whatever, or doing it with these people. So Moni went to the store to go get some edibles from the store because we were in the grand opening line for like 4 hours, bro. So she went to the store, came back. We were only like 1 foot away from where we were standing. Anyway, she came back with the edibles. We moved maybe like some more feet up. And then I was like, all right, this is taking too long. Can I have one of your edibles? She was like, yeah, but I think you should only have a little piece of it because she was like looking at the numbers and stuff. And I was like, this is tiny, Monie. Like, it's a small little piece of candy. I'll be fine. I ate it.
Should have ate half, but anyway.
Should have ate half. Not even 30 minutes later, I'm just feeling like everything is going slow. Like the line was already going slow, but everything is going slow. Like things are creeping in. I'm like, I had this symptom of when I get high that my tongue will get dry. So when I started to feel that and the water wasn't helping, I'm like, oh, like in my head, I'm like, oh shit. Oh fuck. Like, oh my God. This is about to be embarrassing. There are hundreds of people out here just standing in line. If I pass out, it's gonna be so embarrassing. The news people are out here. You got the people, Pinky and everybody else from CAU that I remember them from college. I don't know if they remember me, but I remember them from college. Those people that I know that's gonna be out here. It's so embarrassing. So I didn't know how to tell Moni and the other person that we were with that I'm high and I can't do this anymore. And I don't want to tell them because I'm like, we got here just for this experience and Yaya about to fuck it up for all of us. So we like inch closer and I finally got to the point where I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I can't take it anymore. So I let them know. They made a plan that he's gonna order the food for us and Moni and I are gonna sit on the side. We did that. Then I realized, oh snap, this particular franchise only allowed you to get 2 burgers, like 2 orders. And it's 3 of us. How they gonna do that order? So I just remember someone, a part of the Slutty Vegan gang, came to me and was like, are you okay? And I think I said to her that I was okay. But I'm just like, oh, like everything is like spinning, going slowly and at the same time. And I feel like everyone's looking at me. Mind you, really no one was looking at me, but it just
Nobody
felt
was
like
paying attention.
it just felt like everyone like was looking at me. Then anyway, long story short, they ended up getting the food. We went off to the side because I didn't want to be in public's eye. Went off to the side to sit down and eat our food. And then I'm like, I can't. There's no way I'm gonna make it home because I drive. I didn't drive. I parked my car downtown and took the train. I'm like, I can't do it. And so Moni was like, well, I got work tomorrow, so I'm gonna get on this train. And that person, he was my boyfriend at the time, so he made sure that I got on the train safely. I was knocked out, like punched over. Actually, before that, it was that. So he called the Uber for us. And the same thing that happens all the time. It just seems like every time I was high, a van came to get us. Any other time- yes, any other time it was like a sedan car. But it was a van, again, came and get us. And every time that I've been high with him, I'd be like, I think we're getting kidnapped. Like, I think we're getting kidnapped. Where are they taking us? And he was like, no, we're okay. And I'm like, it's a van, right? We in a van? And he was like, yes, yeah. Like, he'll talk to me slow, like, yes, we're in a van. You're okay. And I'm like, they about to kidnap us. Why they going so fast? Like, it just felt like the car going so fast. And then, like, speed. And I'm like, he going fast, right? He going fast, right? And then my partner at the time was like, yeah, he is kind of going too fast. I don't know if he was talking to me like, like, like like validate what I was saying, like so I won't feel more crazy or what. But like he's like, yeah, he was kind of going so fast. So then I'll like say again, like I think we're being kidnapped. Like we need to get out. So he'll show me the app. Like I see that it's going to my house. We're gonna be okay. So I'm like, okay, and I think like I'll be in and out of sleep or whatever. So then we get to the train station. I'm falling asleep on the train, and then he's like reminding me to wake up. So then we get on the last train, and all of a sudden I woke up, and I forget the name. I think it's Fulton Street or Fulton Avenue, something like that. And I was like, I just popped up and was like, Fulton, and then he was like, oh yeah, you're right. Let's get off. Like thank God I woke up because I think after that we were both out of it. And then
Yo,
I made my way to Jersey and made it home safely. I'm still alive, but it's just like like, I don't black out because I've experienced blacking out before, not because of being high, but it's like I don't like not being able to know what's going on. I just be like thinking I'm getting kidnapped and about to pass out and thinking that everybody's looking at me and I don't like being judged. So
and
yeah,
that's why you need CBD and no THC because the THC
yes,
is the psychedelic portion. The CBD is just like just calms your body. Okay, you don't get the anxious thoughts and all of that,
baby.
which is why I had to stop smoking. So for me, um, like how I mentioned in Hot Topics, like I used to be a frequent smoker. Like I smoked all the time. Because it used to help calm me, like how it does work for most people. But it started to get to a point. It was one day I can't. It took me about a week to realize, like, I don't think I can smoke anymore, because I usually smoke. It would calm my thoughts, and then I would start get when I started to smoke. I can't remember. It was like 2018, 2019, around that time. Every time I would smoke, I would be so deep into my thoughts, like everything that could possibly be on my mind would run through my mind rapidly. And I'd be like, why am I so anxious about this? Like, it completely altered my anxiety. And for a minute, it took me a minute to realize, like, it's the weed.
Oh, wow.
Continuing trying to smoke to calm my thoughts, and I was literally just making it worse. So like I started to like try to like wean myself off of it, realizing like, dang, this ain't for me no more. Like I used to have friends, I used to smoke it all the time, and I'd be like, dang, I can't smoke with you no more like that. It's like I can't. So like it got to a point where like I had to like know my limits, so to speak. Like I couldn't smoke anymore. But then like edibles would have like a completely different effect. So like I could still eat an edible and be fine, because the way that it interacted with my body, it didn't really give me like the anxious thought, depending on how much I took. Which reminds me, I have a story about eating an edible. So, me and one of my friends.
Wait, is this the edible story that you're about to tell?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. So one thing I wanted to say regarding with what you said is reminding me of our conversation with Sunshine. Not everything is fitting for everybody, which I thought like, you know, the different strands or whatever would work the same for everybody. And while you're saying like for you, you knew like this getting high wasn't working, but the edibles you were able to handle it. A lot of people that, well, not a lot, but other people that I've heard from, they say absolutely not to edibles, and then they stick to smoking. So, I like how you put it that you had to know your limit for your body.
Yeah, I had to learn the hard way once. I remember the first time I ever took an edible, I ate too much. I ate half a cookie.
You sound like me.
First of all, it took a minute before it hit me. And once I realized it hit me, I started eating so slow. I was like, it was so good. But then I started chewing like so slow. And then I started making like the dumbest jokes. Like,
where were you?
I was back home in Oakland. This was a while ago.
But what were you doing? Like, were you by yourself or were you with friends?
I was in college. Was I by myself? I don't know. My dad was probably there, but I was like, I am never in my life eating half a cookie again. Like at one point I just laid. All I could do was lay. I couldn't move. I literally just had to lay. And I couldn't do nothing else but lay. Eventually I went to sleep, but it was just like my body felt so heavy. Like I was so calm, but I was too calm. Like I was too calm. Like, because sometimes with smoking with THC, like you'll get like what's it called, like cotton mouth, like your mouth gets like super 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 dry.
Yes.
To drink, you can't like really eat anything because it's hard to like, so weird. So like that's what happened to me. But so one time me and a friend, we were like, we decided that we were gonna like, I think we split a brownie or something. We waited a few hours. We felt nothing. We was like, all right. So we went to bed, woke up the next day. When I tell you, I have never been high a whole day in my life. The brownie I had ate the night before was in my body the whole day. So I'm just like, it wasn't to the point where it was just like I couldn't function. My body just felt like super calm. So like I didn't feel normal. And it was just kind of like, at first I forgot I ate it, and I was like, why do I feel like this? And I had to text my phone. I was like, girl, I think I'm high. I don't know what we ate last night. She was like, yeah, girl, me too.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God. That was another time I took a half of something, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. I was like, girl, when you gonna learn your lesson to stop eating half? That's why I tell people, you gotta start with a little bit, and then wait about an hour, see what happens, and then, go from there. But the fact that I was high all the next day after having it, the day before. We literally waited like 2 hours and we were like, nothing's happening. It was like, this is weak. And to wake up the next day and be high all day the next, I have never experienced nothing like that in my life. We were like, by the time we knocked out, by the time we came back home after work that day, it was just like, it wasn't a bad feeling. It was just like, I can't even really.
Like you floating.
Hmm?
Like you were floating.
Yeah, all day. It was just like, I was just vibing all day, and I was just like, man, this is nice. But I'm never doing half of that ever again. Why am I like this all day? It was nice, but yeah, like with that one, I didn't get. It wasn't like any like munchy effects or nothing like that. It was literally just like a nice, serene float feeling throughout the whole day. I was on a cloud, literally on a cloud all day. But all that to say, THC is not for me anymore. But I do still use CBD, whether it's whether I use the buds or an edible. I definitely have had experiences where it does help me focus. It does help calm my anxiety. And I'm definitely glad I found the solution because for those with anxiety, you can most definitely understand how your thoughts can be very impeding. And to have it heighten is horrible. I would never wish that on anybody. So when I started having the opposite effect, but I was still trying to smoke to get rid of it until I realized smoking is making it worse. Ooh, child. that was a hard process for me to go through, especially since it was something I wouldn't necessarily say it's an addiction, but it was habitual for me. Especially something that I was using as, my vice, to help me, calm myself.
Yeah.
So to have that
It's like,
effect was scary to me.
yeah. And something that you not depended on, but something that you used as a coping mechanism, it makes sense that you didn't notice that was the quote unquote issue because you're used to using this to help. So I like that you're basically highlighting things change, like the things that we use to deal with stress or whatever the case may be may change.
Yep. So be mindful and be cognizant of, the things that you are putting in your body and how you're using them. Because even when it comes to like medications you would get from your doctor, like it might start working at one point and then another point it just affects your body differently because we grow and change. So as our bodies grow and change, the ththings that we put into our body, it just doesn't work the same. So but yes, highly recommend CBD though. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Because as Sunshine said, it just gives like your body that just an overall like calmness. Especially when it comes to like soreness of my joints and my muscles. Perfect. Perfect for it. I haven't tried lotions yet, but they do have like oil that you can just rub on your body. Like you can rub there's CBD items that you can like rub on your joints for soreness.
Oh wow.
So I haven't tried that yet, but I'm definitely gonna look into that too. So yeah, those are some high stories. I have plenty. Like the one time, one of the first times I got high and I saw a skunk, and now you would have thought that skunk was following me for the rest of the night. Another day, that skunk was everywhere. Every time I went past the bush, because I had never saw a skunk in my life. Oh my gosh. To be high and to see a skunk in real life, and then everywhere you went, you thought that skunk was still there. Yo,
paranoia. Girl. I don't even want to see a skunk on high.
Oh my goodness. Exactly.
I don't want to be high. I don't want to be high. I just want to be calm.
Yeah. Just a few experiences. Eat edibles in pieces. All right, you ready to head over to community news?
Yes.
Let's go. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements.
I still don't have my theme songs. I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably never gonna have a theme song, but I love the announcement
You're a
song.
songwriter. You're not a theme writer. You're not with the tunes. You don't make commercials. All right. So, if that's not your talent, that's okay.
Thank you. I'm glad you know. Our first announcement is for our announcement section. Oh my God, what is going on?
Girl, every time we get to the announcements, something keep happening with you. Come on, get it together.
And I'm not high. I'm not.
That's what it's given.
This is a regular, pure smoothie from me.
What's in
No
there?
THC. No THC. Oui. Okay, that was corny. All right. Woo. Well, first of all, we want to thank Sunshine Floss for being on our podcast. Like I said during the that segment of our show, I feel like I've gained so much knowledge. Like I said, if no one or nothing sold me before, I wouldn't be interested in going. Like I would be like, oh, that's cool, but I really look forward to experiencing the experience that she cultivated with her team. So shout out to her, a Black woman doing a
Yes.
damn thing in Brooklyn, New York. When we go, hopefully I'll take a picture or something in the store and post it on our social media page. Yeah.
Absolutely. And coming up, it is March, and on March 21st, it is going to be World Poetry Day. So actually, dang, I think by the time this episode come out, I don't think March 21st would have passed. But anyway,
No.
World Poetry Day book bundle on the website.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it did pass because
Well,
today is
hopefully
March
you caught that
29th.
Hopefully you caught that sale on March 21st to book World Poetry Day and got that book bundle. But if not, you can still head to the website and get some poetry books. They still gonna be there. You miss
Yes.
the book bundle sale, but the books will and always be on the website. So head on over LoveLoudd.com, go to the shop section and get you some books. Period.
Yes. And speaking of sections, we have a website. That's what Monie's talking about. But we also have social media. So if you're not already, please follow us on social media. We're on primarily we're on Instagram. You'll see a lot of pictures of us. We'll post prompts and different things like that. We're getting into posting more reels of our own poetry. Of course, letting you know when our podcast drops. So please follow us.
Yes.
We may follow back.
Yeah, we hit the little button. Then also, while you are on our social media platforms, you see something you like, you listen to our podcast, kindly leave us a review. We love to hear from you. If you have some suggestions, sometimes we put on our social media pages to ask about topics, the things that you want us to talk about, or a game that you want us to play in the icebreaker. You've read our books, you like our poetry. Tell us what you think. We love to get the feedback. You like a specific episode, you like something that we talk about, you like just listening to us have conversation. All of that counts. So we very much appreciate it. Slide in the DM, send us an email, and let us know what you think about LoveLoudd LLC.
Yes. I want people to start putting comments under our posts instead of sending text messages and stuff. I love the text messages. I like the DMs, all of that. But if you post it under the picture or the post, other people can see that and then they can start following us, and they may be interested in the same things that you guys are interested in too. So with that helps. That is a review if you put a comment under our post on our Instagram page.
Yes, help us out. We're trying to be up in everybody's algorithm.
Right. Right. Help us blow up in a good way, like numbers way. Yeah, and then I said Minchie, what is going on with me?
You got cotton mouth?
I love how you're following the theme. Monie already mentioned our website, which is LoveLoudd.com. That's
right this time.
I know. LoveLoudd.com, where you can tap into the blogs that we've written before, our shop where you can get our merch, and any other details, information regarding LoveLoudd. Who are we? Some people still don't know how I know Monie, and they don't know like the story. I'm in Jersey. She's from Cali, but she's in Brooklyn. Like all that information about who we are is on our website. Remember, we pay a lot for our domain, so we don't mind if you go to our website and visit.
And even though March is coming to a close, go ahead and answer the March prompt of the month. Write about a challenge that you faced this month and how you overcame it. You can share it with us or you can keep it to yourself. Write it as a journal. Use it for some inspiration for your next poem, your next story. I like to use these kind of prompts for my own personal, for character development when I'm writing my stories. It really helps me to develop my character's mindset. So instead of writing about me, what is a challenge that my character faced and how they overcame it? So you can use these prompts in any way that you want to, however you see fit, and share with other people. You know, you like to journal. I'm pretty sure you are associated with somebody else that likes to journal or likes to write. So share it with a friend, share the podcast with a friend, share the YouTube channel with a friend, share everything with a friend, and keep sharing and sharing and sharing. All right? Sharing is caring.
We're trying to get our numbers up.
It's caring, because when they do the captions, they're going to put Karen. I don't want it to say Karen. I
Oh,
want
Lord. AI.
Right.
And then now that basically March is going to be here soon.
No, it's going to be here soon. March is ending.
That's true. That's true. And I'm looking at the word April and I still say March. Girl. All right. April is coming soon. Or you may be listening while it's April. The prompt of the month is make a list of your favorite childhood memories. You can choose one and write about it in a detailed description. Share the event that's happened and let us know how or why it was meaningful to you. I just chopped and screwed that all up, but I think it's the same.
Hopefully y'all understood that. You're making a list of your childhood memories and you're going to write a description of that event and why it was meaningful to you, like a birthday or a barbecue or that time you graduated, that school play, who knows. But yes, actually I kind of really like that one. I'm looking forward to that one. Making a list of childhood memories. We can turn that into an episode.
Cool. Yeah.
We could. All right. But yes, so season 5, episode 3 is coming to a close. Per usual, we thank you all so much for tuning in and listening to us, especially if you make it all the way to the end of the episode. You're like, you truly, like, you down. You are down. Okay? You are.
Tell me if you're down. My butt cheeks are sore. I did glutes yesterday. Woo,
that means it's time to get off so you can stand up. No, it's time to end her booty hurt.
Oh my God. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this episode. We hope that you will be venturing off to Brooklyn to enjoy some happy buzz, or if you don't want any buzz, happy court.
Yes.
Just enjoy the vibes with us. Thanks for enjoying the vibes with us. And yeah.
We'll see you on the next episode.
See y'all in the next I'm just happy.
I'm happy. Naturally happy.
Yeah, naturally happy, y'all. All right, y'all. See y'all in 2 weeks. Stay black.
Stay proud. Period.